Collinsville Crier, October 13, 2002. Sheriff Roy Bates of the Township of Collinsville was put to rest this day atop Axe-Handle Hill. Brutally axed to death, the township is resolved to one explanation: the ghost of Cain Barker. The case remains officially open. Sheriff Bates leaves. Only his grieving son, Jeffrey Bates.
Jeffrey. Jeffrey. Jeffrey, you're drinking too much again.
Yeah, but at least it's legal this time, Steph. Being the son of a cop, Dad used to let me pinch the beer that he took off the underage out-of-towners. As long as I was smart about it, he trusted me. God, Steph, we almost lost you too, didn't we? The killer, the madman. He almost took away the only person that I've ever loved outside of my family.
We can run away.
I'm gonna kill the man that killed my father.
I killed the man that killed your father, but he wasn't a man.
Not a man. This thing that butchered my father. This thing that wields an axe like out of a ghost story. Ladies and gentlemen, the ghost of Cain Barker.
You're scaring me, Jeffrey.
You all remember? The guy that used to own the valley. You didn't kill anybody, did you? Oh, that's right. You killed him twice with a special ghost-killing axe. And he wears an evil black hat with magic powers and a long trench coat like the kids from Columbine.
There's evil in this place. I feel it.
You're gonna wake the dead, Steph.
Don't you dare shush my Stephanie, Jeffrey Bates.
It's the ghost of Cain Barker. What do we do, Jeffrey?
Hide! Oh, shit!
Miss me? Sorry boyfriend had to split, Steph. Would you like to join him?
Do your worst.
You know, as the jilted other, dead guy in your life, I'm compelled to drive a wedge between us. You can run, Steph, but you can't hide.
Welcome to my world.
And good morning, good citizens of Big C. At the sound of little George chopping down the cherry tree, it'll be 6 o'clock in the a.m. It stands for another morning here at the Axe capital of the world. Axe me anything. It's Morehouse in the morning, and you're listening to WAXE AM.
I cannot tell a lie, Father. I chopped down the cherry tree.
Into my heart. Leave your cares behind. Welcome to my world. Built with you in mind. Knock and the door will open.
Little George gets the snot kicked out of him every morning, doesn't he? Yes, George Washington slept right here in old Collinsville. He slept around, old George. Martha never caught him. What do you have for us, Mother, there in the news department? Good morning, Mother.
This is Mother talking to you. And let me say, Big George owned slaves. And if he sleeps in Collinsville again, I'm going to kick his ass.
You got some news there, Mother?
I got some news. I got some. And you're not going to believe it.
Really? Do tell.
You know the cemetery on Axe Handle Hill? There are 2 bodies lying up there right now.
There's actually a few hundred lying up there, Mother.
I'm talking about 2 bodies without headstones. At least not yet.
Perhaps a little more reporting, Mother?
Dead bodies, murder victims.
Murder victims.
I got a call 2 minutes ago from my main man on his cell phone, jogging on the axe handle.
Which main man is that, Mother?
None of your damn business. Anyway, he told me the new sheriff is there right now with the coroner's office identifying the bodies.
Well, here we go, our first caller. Good morning, AXE Morehouse in the morning. You can ask me anything, or if you wish to opine, go ahead.
Yeah. Is Adele there?
Yes, Mother is here.
Baby, is that you?
Yeah, Adele. I got some names for you.
Go ahead, baby. Mother's listening.
You're not gonna believe this, but there's 2 bodies, like I said. A guy and a girl. Both chopped up pretty good with an axe. And you're not gonna believe who it is.
Go, baby, go.
The slain ex-Sheriff Bates, his son, Jeffrey Bates.
No shit!
Yeah, and the girl? You're not gonna believe it. You know the family that moved into town a year ago from New York City? The father who said he retired as a lawyer? And he had a daughter. This daughter got stalked by a guy with an axe. She killed this guy a couple of times. And she went to a reading at your house, and you told her she was responsible for the ghost of Kane Barker, who owned Collinsville and the axe factory 150 years ago, because she and her father moved into the old Kane house?
Stephanie Lux!
Yeah.
No shit! WAXC. We bring you the news while it happens. Baby, give Mother some confirmation.
Okay. The sheriff looks like a really nice guy. Excuse me, Sheriff. I got Mother on the radio. She'd like to have a word with you.
Hello?
Oh, Mother?
This is horrible, Sheriff. A brutal crime scene.
Yes, it is. Man's inhumanity to man and woman in this case.
Sheriff, can you confirm the identities of the victims?
Let me turn you over to the coroner. He tells me that he has positive identification.
Thank you, Chief. Hi, Mother. Listen, I love your psychic hotline Sundays. Yeah, well, you won't believe this. We've got Stephanie Lutz and Jeffrey Bates up here.
Really?
Of course, Jeffrey's head was completely split open by an axe. A broad axe, to be more precise. Is that correct, Sheriff?
Yes.
So I had to rely on Jeffrey's student ID at first, until the sheriff suggested that I hold the 2 sides of the head together.
Isn't that sad about Stephanie?
Yes, it is. I think the ghost of Kane Barker finally got her. Mother, listen, it was really nice talking to you on the radio.
Put baby back on the line, sugar.
Yeah, Adele.
Baby, be home early tonight. We got a lot to talk about.
You got that right, Adele. Bye-bye now.
AXE, you can ask me anything. It's Morehouse in the morning. Go ahead, caller.
Dude, Morehouse in the morning. We got you on webcam.
You do indeed, so it's plain for the world to see. Morehouse in the morning is no radio face. You have a question, or do you wish to opine?
Like, where is Collinsville?
It's somewhere in web world.
Like, we've been up all night watching this dope DVD called Collinsville, so we, like, searched it, and you and, like, Mother showed up, and you're, like, talking about Jeffrey Bates and that chick, and they're, like, dead now, but they, like, lived in the movie, and, like, Mother's reporting it like a reality, like Orson Welles in the War of the Worlds.
Like, you guys are up way too early and, like, way too young to be, like, doing cannabis.
No, we're up all night watching Collinsville.
Yeah.
What do you mean watching Collinsville? You mean the webcam, right?
No, the movie, the DVD. Movie, DVD.
There's some psychic shit going on.
Totally. Mother's like Adele in the movie.
Yeah.
And And you're a psychic, and Stephanie is like bad karma, and this Kane Barker is this mad ghost who eats hair.
Dude, I didn't get that in the movie.
Yeah, I didn't either. It was this total docu thing at the end that said that. And dude, the director was like killed by the guy that played Kane Barker. Is that like real? Because they like put his name and how long he lived at the end. You know, like David Horgan, 1900 something to 2003 something.
That means this DVD's not that old.
There's some psychic shit going on.
Hey, dude, is like Kane Barker really real, or is he like Clive Barker with a different name?
Where do you boys, like, come from?
Upstate New York, like
Near Love Canal.
Well, that explains everything.
And like, did Collinsville turn out to be fake real as opposed to like really real? Or like fictitious to a point and then really real, like Blair Witch?
Or is like Collinsville the Kane Barker Ghost Project without like all the really bad handheld?
These boys know too much about Collinsville.
Alright.
Don't be so skeptical, Morehouse.
Yeah, you were like way critical in the movie.
I'm in a movie? I'm in radio. I've never been in a movie.
Ah, dude. I went to this new search engine like a day ago, and we found like a parallel universe.
Far out. Dude, let's like drive to Collinsville and find the director of that movie and see if he's like dead.
Excellent.
Don't come here.
Do they have like directions to a parallel universe?
Dude, it's like parallel. You just use normal directions.
Oh.
Don't come here.
Welcome to my world.
WAXE, Morehouse and Mother in the Morning, 555 WAXE. That's the number. You call us to ax us anything. Welcome to my world. Jim Reeves going back to the 50s with that one. The world was so simple then. Wouldn't you agree, Mother?
My world in the 1950s was to get your axe on the back of the bus.
Got the sound of little George chopping down the cherry tree. It'll be 6 o'clock here in the axe capital of the world.
Welcome to my world. Built with you in mind. Knock and the door will open.
Collinsville Crier. On this day, a woodsman poaching firewood for his family in the forests of the Kane Barker estate. Aware of the ghost of Kane Barker, its wrath brought unto those who merely trespass, Felling a tree is punishable by death.
You've done well, woodsman. Would you like to ask me anything before I finish with you?
What are you?
Wholly misunderstood. For that, I shall grant you one last request.
Please, make it swift. One blow.
As you wish, noble woodsman.
I'm alive.
Child, what you hold in your hand is blaspheme! Exorcise yourself from the work of Satan! Burn these books in contradiction of the Lord.
Hello, Mrs. Borden. You've tried to burn my mother's bookstore down twice. We haven't seen you around lately. Out on parole?
Your mother is a harlot. She sleeps with Satan.
That would be news to my father, Mrs. Borden.
My God Almighty, what is that?
It's art, Mrs. Borden. You don't get out much, do you? I'm sorry, was that insensitive?
It's the work of the devil's advocate.
Thank you. I painted it myself.
Art should be of a divine order.
The great frescoes painted on the vaulted ceilings of the great cathedrals of the Middle Ages were commissioned to preach to the illiterate working class. I can understand your fondness for them. Goodbye, Mrs. Borden.
Oh, shit.
Take Crazy somewhere else.
God damn it. I miss Lizzie. Back in Collinsville again, huh? From one asylum to another. She didn't scare you, did she, dear?
Mother, have you taken leave of your senses?
Did you at least frisk her for matches?
I think she was just armed with a sign this time.
I have to admit, Myra, the occult section you talked me into always did give me some worry.
You're not blaming me for Mrs. Borden.
Of course not, dear. The butter just slipped off her noodle. It's just, I want you safe from the dark side. You know the trouble that conjured in this town. Just don't go and conjure up anything more, Myra.
I'm a Wiccan. I only mean good.
Of course you do, dear.
May I take my lunch now, Mother?
Go, take your walk, read. I don't recall the last time you've ever eaten anything. That alone conjures up something supernatural.
My thought, said the wanderer to his shadow, ought to show me where I stand, but they should not betray me to whither I go. I love ignorance of the future, and do not want to come to grief by impatience and anticipatory tasting of promised things.
Good afternoon, Myra.
Good afternoon, Miriam. I trust you're well.
Well enough for an old woman who just quit smoking.
That's so admirable, Miriam. Congratulations.
Yeah, well, I wrote out of my goddamn mind.
Quitting smoking is very difficult, Mrs. McDonald.
I'm jacked up on Nicorette and the patch. It's this goddamn new chief that's driving me crazy.
I heard that.
Are you going to get Mrs. Moses' goddamn cat out of the tree or not? She has called 5 times. Collinsville police. It's Mrs. Moses and her goddamn cat again.
I'm firmly confident, Miriam, that Mrs. Moses and her cat is a matter for the Collinsville Fire Department.
Passing the buck.
I'm aware that your tenure here began with the Truman administration, Mrs. McDonald. But the good people down at the fire department have ladders and such, and time on their hands, as I've not heard of one fire since my arrival here in the past month.
Call the fire department.
Oh, Chief, hello. My name is Myra Dunn. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Good day to you, citizen. I'm Chief Leslie Lawless, newly appointed Chief Constable of the Township of Collinsville. The pleasure is all mine. Remember, you get more with less.
May I take a meeting with you in private, Chief?
Does this requested meeting smack of official police business?
Oh, yes, of course, sir.
Request granted. Do step into my office.
Now there's a change in the weather.
I help with my mother's small bookshop on Main Street, just across the way.
By small, do you mean in size or intellectually?
Well, we're not Barnes & Noble. How do you mean intellectually?
Is it all Harry Potter and Hillary Clinton, or can a hungry mind be fed there?
Nietzsche, Melville, all things medieval, the joy of cooking.
I consider myself quite a gourmet cook. Reading stimulates the mind, keeps it in shape.
I quite agree.
The name of this bookshop?
The medieval manuscript.
Medieval. I prefer the King's English. Exact address?
12 Main Street.
Years in operation.
You're a very thorough police chief.
Facts are my friends.
Well, anyway, I went out for a walk on my lunch hour and...
Of course. The reason you're here. Please continue.
My walk took me deep into the woodland. Deeper than normal, as I have a tendency to read as I walk. When, for a reason unknown to me, I stopped.
Reading or walking?
Both, quite simultaneously. I looked down before me and found this. A human toe.
Yes, that's a toe, all right.
What do you make of it?
I notice, right off the bat, that this toe and the bearer of it suffers from some sort of nail fungus. Let's get this down to the lab and have a look at it. Then, I want you to take me to the exact spot where you found this toe. Would that be all right with you, Miss Dunn?
Yes, of course. I want to do all I can to help.
Yes, that's a human toe, all right. I do believe the bearer of said toe suffered from some sort of acute nail fungus. Not that I mean to be speaking in the past tense.
What else could you possibly tell from a severed human toe?
Well, quite a lot. Certainly the sex of the individual, its age, not to mention whether or not the individual was alive, and severage of said appendage.
I see. The bearer could very well be hobbling the cobblestones of Collinsville at this very instance.
Yes, that's a human toe, all right.
I was walking and reading, nose in my book. And suddenly, as if with divine intervention, I stopped. The toe revealed itself to me. I seemed to know the exact spot where to find it.
I see, said the blind man.
Did you find something?
Our bearer of the fungal toe lopped it off himself, and he was very much alive when he did so.
Why would he do so? Surely it was a dreadful accident.
Surely. Perhaps he simply slipped with a downward thrust, but then why not take himself in tow to hospital in town?
Perhaps the woodsman went into shock.
The chopping off of a toe would smart, I grant you, but not necessarily lead to shock. If it did, you would have found the toe and the woodsman very nearby.
Maybe the loss of blood disoriented him. Maybe he just wandered off.
Excellent powers of deduction, Myra. But as you can plainly see, there isn't a great deal of blood to speak of. And your wandering off theory works well if you add the words "in a hurry."
He ran off?
Like a bat out of hell.
Why?
Why is indeed a good question. A woodsman who could fell a tree of this size and skin it would be very strong, and therefore not prone to intimidation. Whatever he saw coming towards him must have soiled his pants. Let's follow the path, shall we? There may be something at the other end of it.
Indeed, Chief Constable. Do trees bleed, Chief?
Whoever
Or whatever threw that.
makes our woodsman look like a gay waiter. Let's move on. Are you familiar with the Wizard of Oz?
Is this the part where the flying monkeys come in and kidnap me?
There's a cowardly lion, and I think I'm growing a tail.
Chief, apart from the Herculean effort involved in throwing such a thing, have you noticed something else?
I believe I have, but I'd be interested to hear your hypothesis.
This being the third such axe, and God only knows how many more we're going to encounter, the precision of the strikes have them in absolute center of the tree trunks. What are the odds for that?
Incalculable.
What is it, Chief?
Man down.
He's got a missing toe, all right. But look, Chief. There are no life-threatening wounds about the body. And yet another horrible axe clutched in his hands. Do you suppose he fought off his attacker?
I deduce no. Our woodsman died of a common heart attack.
Are there uncommon ones?
Notice the woodsman's grimace and the left arm clutched like that. That's cardiac arrest, all right.
Surely the stress and the strain, brought on by his being pursued, triggered his heart attack.
Perhaps. Or perhaps. Myra, drop that immediately.
Dad! Jesus, it's trying to kill me! Chief, grab it!
Where?
Anywhere! Chief! Are you all right?
That's the damnedest thing I ever experienced. An evil axe.
I'm sorry I've tampered with evidence.
Who knew?
Then the woodsman was murdered.
It appears so.
But by who?
Or what?
A moment while I gather my book, Chief. Oh, no.
Oh no? That smacks of acquaintance.
The ghost of Kane Barker.
Excuse me, an utterance? Barker? Kane? Something about a ghost thereof?
Months ago in therapy, I had a breakthrough. I suppressed all memory of him. It. Sleep at night returned to me.
Hi, baby.
Yes, the ghost of Kane Barker is real. You son of a bitch! Go back to hell where you belong.
Wouldn't calling it names only provoke it?
Provoke this.
You bastard!
Too much spit on the last one.
Oh my God. Have I been transgendered or have I undergone a cultural exchange?
You're not circumcised? I thought all males in the last half-century were routinely altered regardless of culture and tradition.
Sadly, I don't fall in the last half-century category, as horrible as that may sound.
You bastard!
Fast one. Down the middle.
Why is the ghost picking on me?
Can't you see it's toying with us?
Us? What us?
I have a problem with authority.
Exit stage right.
In that, I want it all for myself. Change up. Inside corner.
Run away! Run away! Run away!
Chief! As a sworn in and newly appointed Chief Constable of the Township of Collinsville, it is your sworn duty to apprehend and arrest that fiend!
I think better on my feet, Myra. I'm weighing my options.
You have a goddamn gun? Shoot it!
My gun's never loaded, Myra. Therefore, I've never discharged it purposely or accidentally. Thus, I have in fact a perfect service record.
What the fuck good's a cop without a loaded gun?
Think clearly. A gun is useless against an apparition.
Pay for your thoughts, Myra.
I think you suck! What is your point?
I want you back in my life again, Myra. Or should I say death?
In your dreams, or should I say nightmares, you should not have murdered me in the first place, Kane.
I thought we put that behind us, baby. It was 146 years ago.
Repressed memory therapy, Kane. Past life trauma hypnosis. I know all about us. That cold night you killed me.
But baby, understand. The axe business wasn't what it once was, Myra. The sales were way down. I was under a lot of stress.
Talk to the hand, Kane. My therapist told me to tune you out.
Oh, that bitch! I got an axe to grind with her.
I've got a
Baby.
chief to attend to. So are you gonna kill me again? Or not?
Not. But we scared.
Your breath is what's frightening. You're rotting underneath there. Do you realize that?
Rotting where? What? Baby, I can change.
Into what? Vapor? Plasmatic ooze? Nick a bedsheet. Do Scooby-Doo.
It was the hydrocircular saw that was cutting into my business. I'm sorry about the pun. And I just had one bad day. Oh, a guy makes one mistake and he's gonna live with it for the rest of his life. The rest of eternity, for that matter. Myra!
Myra, over here.
I'm ashamed of my hasty retreat, Myra.
Prepare to die. I can't have her. No man can.
Then, die I shall, protecting her.
Gee, thanks, Chief. That was really sweet.
Well, it's the least I could do.
Oh, holy shit. Damn. I didn't see the guy until it was too late. But it had this axe in its hand, and it looked really threatening to me. You're not mad or anything, are you, Chief?
Well, Deputy Dew, you appear to have saved my life, but you've done nothing to save yours. I'm going to kill you. What are you doing driving around in my early model Chevy Suburban?
Well, you know, the Prowler's been on the fritz, and you've been gone and all. So I thought you might need some help.
Dewey?
Myra, is that you? I prefer Dew over Dewey because my last name is Dew. And I always didn't like Dewey. Hi.
Hi? That's it? You moron. You just killed somebody. Or something.
I think I might have only wounded it, Chief, because it's gone.
What a day.
Don't worry, Dew. You can't kill something that's already dead.
Does that mean this won't go hard on my record, Chief? It is my first day and all.
Well, I suppose not. If we were Ghostbusters, I'd have to pin a medal on you.
Sweet again, Chief. Can we go home now? I could eat something.
I'll drive.
Drive my Suburban again, Dewey, and I'll arrest you.
And so it's come to pass that Dew has entered my life again. We were oh so very young and very much in love once. His return to me is very much a miracle. Or so it could also be said that his excessive binge drinking that flunked him out of university had a lot to do with his unannounced return to Collinsville. Alas, love is in the air. So too for my long-suffering mother, widowed too long now, despite my white lie to that lunatic Lizzie Borden to throw her off our trail. As I hold the new chief constable in high regard, choosing to overlook his one act of non-bravery, as we are all human, except for that no-good, homicidal past-life consort of mine, who still has demonic license to butcher any and everyone it chooses in our fair township.
Why, good morning, neighbors. My name's Velika.
Velika, what?
Just Velika, like Cher. I'm so new in town, and I want so much to fit in. Please, all of you, accept my hastily prepared leaflet. I'll be performing every night at the Blue Room for the foreseeable future. Do come and bring a friend. You are perhaps familiar with the fabulous historical figure, Vlad the Impaler. He is my grandfather with great many greats. Proceed. That would explain my rather opaque complexion, chiseled bone structure, and all-around athletic presentation.
You're weird.
You have no idea. Do make it a point to join me some night at the Blue Room. And don't forget to tip your waitress. Because I haven't met a man in 800 years worth of shit.
It's the chief. Don't you have to pass driving school to become a police chief, Mother?
One would think so.
Look, Mother, he's dressed up, I believe. Is that a tie and a clean white shirt?
Yes, a clean white shirt against a beet red face.
You have a fabulous way with men, Mother.
There was only one man for me, and that was your father. However, the vow, till death do us part, parted us. The chief is a sweet man for me in my old age. My father was sweet, too. And he could parallel park.
Dear citizen, the harm brought upon your vehicle,
My God, Mother, the sheer honesty in that action, I'm speechless.
remuneration is in order.
Darling, let me speak for my beleaguered and underrepresented generation. We know right from wrong. And the chief, a generational colleague of mine, just might get laid tonight.
That's oversharing, Mother.
Sincerely, Chief Lawless.
Do you think we should retreat from our vantage point? Denying forever that we were so entertained?
That would be the humane thing to do.
Oh, Chief. I didn't know you were here.
Good.
How's Dew?
I sent Dewey on a mission. He's putting police line around the many embedded axes, so unsuspecting folk won't be compelled to remove them from the wood, thus killing themselves.
How are you planning to extract them, Chief? I was wondering about that.
I plan on referencing the inventory of the medieval manuscript. I had hoped to motivate you in this investigation.
Really?
Perhaps you might know of some sort of local shaman, a she or he who might be interested in exercising our axes.
Axe exorcising done, Chief Constable. Do you listen to the radio?
I'm still attached to my vinyl. Radio is so unpredictable.
Mother in the morning. She might help us. Let's think.
Outside the box, I know that one. Is your mother of earshot?
Mother! A charming, handsome man is here to see you.
My ears I lend to you, oh my captain. Chief Constable, I just busted him 2 grades.
To you, in joyous rapture, may I present this flower for your fancy.
Oh, God.
Oh, shut up, Myra. We're only old once, and forever after.
Mother, there's a ghostly killer on the loose. Do you think we could ramp up the serious a little bit?
I freely admit this town does appear cursed with little concern about it, but I'm dutifully working to change all that.
What you don't know about Collinsville, Myra, could fill volumes.
Let me at them.
And so it's come to pass that I'm partnered with a real chief constable on a real-life murder investigation. My travail may solve my own murder, in fact, as the Kane Barker Ghost Project. An apt title, I think. Has some interesting twists and turns. Mother and her chief constable enjoy each other, and much fine wine. Deputy Dew lacks appreciation for the finer things in life. Myself a notable exception. But a dumb hunk does have its advantages, as Dew doesn't realize the plans I have for him to help me wrangle a ghost.
You're in for quite a shock, Myra.
I am?
With the many volumes on loan to me from the Widow Dunn and the Collinsville Free Library, I've uncovered your past life.
Well, that's not so shocking, Chief. Hasn't Mother told you about my aggressive past life repressed memory therapy?
Of course I did, dear. How could I let something so fantastically odd go without mention?
The ghost of Kane Barker is the apparition of your late, past life murdering husband. Do you recall a past life sister?
Sister? I have a past life sister?
And she was also married to Kane Barker.
After he murdered me, I suppose. That bastard was two-timing me with my own sister. He said he chopped me up because of financial problems.
Kane Barker dismembered her as well.
Good, some justice in the world.
Your therapist is being compensated with insurance money?
No, insurance doesn't cover past life repressed memory therapy. I pay as I go.
As I suspected. Said therapist is either ignorant of the other more interesting aspects of your life or is holding out for more lucrative sessions. I argue the latter.
Tell us, Les. What could possibly be more unusual in my daughter's past life than her ex-husband being an axe murderer?
Kane Barker was a Mormon.
A Mormon? I married a Mormon?
So too your sister, Maya.
My sister and I were married to the same Mormon?
At the same time, thus a Mormon.
What did you say her name was?
Maya. Maya and Myra Barker.
You were married before? But he killed you. I don't get it.
I'm not surprised.
You're not dead, Myra.
It has to do with reincarnation, and being part of the conversation. He's loose on the facts, Chief, your deputy is.
I advertised for those with sound mind and body. A chance to be deputized in a quaint axe factory village. One applicant.
I'm troubled, Dew. I married a Mormon. My therapist is ripping me off. Let's go out. And go out we did. Dewey! Honey, are you all right? I'm reminded now, in my hour of need, why it was that Dewey came so serenely back into my life. Dew! Did I say serenely?
I'm sorry, Myra. I can't mix wine with beer.
Binge drinking. You said you'd help me garner a ghost, Dew.
I'm hungover pretty bad, Myra. I look green in the mirror this morning.
This is a forest, Dew. You'll fit right in.
You said a dead guy lay near the log. Did you bury him or what?
No. We captured and rehabilitated him.
How do you capture a dead guy? It's easy, right?
It's a joke, Dew. When the chief and I returned to this very spot, the woodsman had vanished. It stands to reason that an apparition must permeate the area. The ghost of Kane Barker must dwell here. We could kill it and spare Collinsville.
Kill it how?
I haven't thought it through, Dew. A stake through its heart?
That's a vampire, Myra.
Good, Dew. You're working with me.
You said yourself, the woodsman guy had no physical signs of a struggle. The forensic evidence would have suggested, if an autopsy had been performed, that ghosts are generally benign.
You said that all on your own, didn't you, Dew?
Yeah, that and the Discovery Channel.
Ah, baby.
Get a room.
Woodsman! You're alive!
Hell's bells, no. I'm as dead as this tree trunk.
You too, then, are an apparition.
Ghost, goblin, git, you name it. That son of a bitch, Kane Barker, he did it to me. He'll tell you it was free choice. Didn't have to grab that broad axe after he spared me from it. But you know different, don't you? Damn near killed you and the chief. It cries out to you like the sword in the stone, but death do you part. I blame my axe aspiration on poor health, caused by smoking, drinking, marriage, children, and a lack of formal education.
So you're dead too?
You're college material, dude. Don't call me Dewey.
How do you know my name?
I'm in the ever after Norman.
Norman?
Hell, woman, Norman Dew. You went to high school with him. Don't you know the name of the scoundrel that taught you carnal knowledge in the back of his car?
Are you here to harass me?
No, on the contrary. With my alcoholism and my drug abuse at the expense of my family, when I ascended to heaven from that very spot, I was rejected out of hand. Only when I provide meaningful guidance to a living soul on this earth can I secure solace in his kingdom.
What guidance would that be, noble woodsman?
Don't do the do. See ya. I gotta go. Don't forget to tip your bartender, waiter, waitress. Remember, they live on that.
I wondered, were the woodsman's words prophetic? I would need another opinion on that. Ah, Adele, Mother in the Morning. It just so happened that the chief and I had a date with a shaman.
Law enforcement everywhere applauds you, Mother, for the usage of your special gifts in the cause of justice and good.
Mother is my radio handle, Chief. Mother in the Morning, WAXEAM. Adele's my real name. But you can call me Mistress Keeper of the Cards.
Very well. Mistress Keeper of the Cards.
Holy shit!
What is it, Adele?
I see water, Myra. A heavy mist cascading all around you.
Dewey.
Dew. He hates Dewey.
I see a traveler, a searcher, a man of the cloth. Damn, it's the ghost of Kane Barker.
It has unlimited access.
It aims on getting you back, Myra.
Assuming I'd be interested, and I'm not. How could an apparition satisfy a mortal such as myself? I have needs. There's the matter of ambition, career, stability. A woman wants emotional nurture. And coitus, of course.
Well, 1 out of 5.
Don't say another word.
Right on, Chief. This Dewey, Dew, Mr. the Man, whatever. Don't get too attached, Myra. It ain't in the cards.
Just tell us how to get rid of a homicidal, axe-wielding bedsheet before he kills an entire town.
That's very telling, Myra. You called it he for the very first time. I detect feelings.
Oh, brother.
No, past life husband. I believe in second chances.
Then you remarry him.
I'm not of that persuasion.
Persuade yourself to confront him, this apparition, Myra. The future of the welfare of all Collinsville is in your hands. Only you alone can rid this murderous spirit. Give the ghost of Kane Barker closure.
It should please you to know that I've already decided to confront Kane and end the tyranny.
Far out. We made it to a parallel universe.
It looks just like Love Canal. Why would anyone want to parallel that?
That's not the point, Kyle. The people here exist exactly someplace else, but they don't know it.
You, dragged me here because of a movie, right?
I'm, totally into seeing if this director dude is, dead.
What are the odds of finding this director dude, dead or alive?
Yeah, it's called the Tactical Space Chickens. It's gonna be freaking great. We got two more to do here, and then hold on a second. Hey guys! Hey! Can you guys move out of my shot, please? I'm in the middle of shooting. Can you please move?
Shooting what?
Come on, I'm shooting a movie here. I'm a director. I'm dressed in black, for Christ's sake.
Where's your cast and crew and cameras and shit, dude?
Camera's right here. Okay, it's right there. You see it?
Oh, yeah. You're that director dude.
Dude, you're Dave Horgan. You directed Collinsville. You died at the end of that movie. Do I look like I'm dead?
You're tweaking out.
Please, guys, out of my shot.
Onward. Whoa. Parallel universe is like Rude universe.
Let's scope out some Axe Factory action.
I won't trespass.
The dutiful Detective T must have wind of my desired front cane on term. Not a conjure forest, the chief deduced that I would search with the bowels a long band axe itself, but it was probably Dewey's big mouth that ratted me out. Adele, Mother, Mistress Keeper of the Cards, doesn't know the chief as I do. She didn't see him beat feet from the haunting the first time. In here somewhere. Come and get me.
I have a loaded gun.
Why do you need the whole frickin' factory to make an axe?
Dude, the ghost of Kane Barker's in there.
Little pigs. Little pigs.
Oh, I scare myself sometimes.
Come on out and play, Kane. Dewey.
I got lost.
I have a loaded gun. I have a loaded gun.
Dewey. If that's you and you're playing around.
Where is everybody?
Is that a guy with a gun in there?
He looks like some sort of cop. I guess that would warrant the use of a weapon.
Dude, what kind of cop is that? Dude, do you have your phone?
Drop a dime on him.
Collinsville Police.
Thank God, you ass!
I got lost.
Dewey, you'd lose your own head if it wasn't attached to you. Now let's go.
Ooh. Okay, mortal. Bring it on. I'm an apparition, you idiot.
What are you?
Well, more to the point, it's who am I? Dewey.
I can't feel my legs. Is it bad, Myra?
No, Dewey. I think you're gonna be fine. You hang in there, Dewey. I'm gonna go get some help.
I am the newly appointed Chief Constable of the Township of Collinsville.
Okay, first of all, there is no police chief in Collinsville. It's in Canton. And I know him personally, and you're not him. It's a paintball gun.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you come out and play, Kane?
This patch that you have on here saying police patrol, it looks like for a place in Maine. It's not for Collinsville. Okay, we'll take that off and put it right there for a second. Okay, what I want to do is have you put your hand here for a second. Okay, special police officer. Doesn't even remotely look like a police badge. Okay, is there any particular reason you're wearing all this stuff?
I know my rights.
Okay, Chief Lawless, I'm placing you under arrest for impersonating a police officer, for carrying a facsimile of a weapon. Got another patch here. And that dog right there, is that your dog?
Yes, that's my dog.
Okay, I'm also placing you under arrest for having an animal without the proper license. He doesn't have a license on him. I already checked him out. So what do you got to say for yourself?
I know my rights.
I must admit, Kane, I like my men sharp. Tell me, what's it gonna take to make all this mayhem go away?
Marry me, Myra. Marry me.
Never a dull moment around you. Pun intended.
I know my rights. These things hurt.
Go fish.
This game sucks. Let's go stick babies on spikes. My granddaddy would have.
How the hell is it that I'm your best man, Kane, being you killed me and all?
That was free will, Woodsman.
Free will, yeah. You knew what you were doing.
You were poaching firewood in my ancestral forest. That's my job.
What's my job now that I'm dead?
Well, I thought we'd work together. You know, good cop, bad cop.
Fair enough, but what's she doing here? Myra might be mad as hell when she spots the hussy.
Hey, who are you calling a hussy, stick man?
Whoa.
I'm in Collinsville to stay. Get used to it.
Valika and I go way back, don't we, dear?
Yes, dear.
That's what I'm talking about. Myra hears that, it'll be dear John.
Obviously, I'm a ghost, not a vampire. Stands to reason Valika and I never hooked up. Myra will understand.
Oh, yeah. What caused your untimely demise, Kane?
Well, my workers tried to unionize, so I brought the goon squad in, you know, like you do. And when I refused to pay them excessive overtime, they hacked me to death with my own axes. It's quite a shock, I gotta tell you.
Come on, Cumberbund boy.
I can't believe I won Myra back. Sometimes if you're just dead long enough.
Mother, am I doing the right thing?
Of course not, dear. But when has the wrong thing ever stopped you? Dewey wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Poor Dew. I wish the chief were here to give me away. Arrested for impersonating an officer. I guess there were warning signs along the way. An unloaded gun?
Not in bed.
Mother, it's my wedding day. How do I look?
Like a Gothic goddess, dear. Congratulations.
Will you give me away?
To the ghost of the man that killed you? Certainly not. I'm going to recluse myself to the nearest bar and get gloriously got.
Fair enough.
Baby, wow, you've got like that whole Gothic thing going on. Myra, I was wondering, what was that blood-curdling scream all about at the axe factory? When I appeared to you in the wood, you didn't even whimper.
To warn Dewey, of course.
Honey, I want you to know, that whole Dewey thing, I do feel bad about that.
Let's cut with the past, baby.
We are here today to witness the union of Caden Barker and Myra Dunn as ghost and wife. Do you, Myra, take Kane Barker as your ghost for as long as you exist?
I do.
And do you, Kane Barker, take Myra to be your wife from this day forward for better or worse as long as you both shall exist?
I do.
If there is anyone here who has cause for these two not to marry, let them speak or forever hold their peace.
I can't feel my legs.
My talk and my name, nothing about me is gonna be the same. I'll change my long tall one for a little short laugh. I'll even change the number hanging.
I hereby pronounce you ghost and wife.
Honey, I haven't been this happy since I hacked my lawyer to death for trying to move in on my real estate.
You know, Collinsville would be all right if it weren't for all the goddamn ghosts.